Now on Coast TV News.
Canal Dock update. New information presented to Rehoboth Beach about the condition of the beleaguered Grove Park structure.
Big budget boost. Lewis considers a $700,000 increase for police. Supporters say it's about safety, but not everybody agrees.
And you're going to need a warm Valentine for Friday because the temps are going to drop drastically below the norm for this time of the year.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
The future is up in the air for the Grove Park Canal Dock in Rehoboth Beach. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight in Rehoboth Beach.
We've covered this extensively, and the city is still trying to determine just what to do with the Grove Park Canal Dock. The problem, cracks and high repair costs for something that just doesn't get a lot of action. Live in Rehoboth Beach is Coast TV News reporter Brandon Ferguson. Brandon, people pass this every day. They just don't actually use it.
Maddie, behind me is the circle leading into downtown Rehoboth. And as you can see, people use this road every single day. And one thing they happen to pass is the Grove Park Canal Dock. A shifting foundation and concerning cracks. Those are just two of the problems being evaluated by Beacon Engineering and Stable Ground in situ. After Rehoboth Beach recommended a evaluation of the dock following a city meeting last month. Joe DePasquale is in Rehoboth Beach every day, and he says doing away with the dock is the wrong move.
I think they could definitely do with fixing it, and I think maybe the reason that it's not getting the use that they hope it would get is because it needs some repair, and maybe that's deterring people from going there and actually utilizing the space.
And while the dock is closed for the off-season, SGI recommends that the city monitor the slope for any additional movement, and they have crack monitors for those locations that have distress. Nancy Doyle, a Rehoboth Beach local, says she's never used the dock once.
I don't think we need it. We shouldn't mess with the riverbank. So I trust what the experts are saying.
For now, the dock remains closed, but whether it sinks or gets a second chance, it's up to the city. Before Rehoboth Beach makes a decision on whether to keep this dock or take it away, they must know the price of both of those options. In Rehoboth Beach, Brandon Ferguson, Coast TV News.
And the Grove Park Dock was actually a project 10 years in the making. You might not know this, but it was first brought up all the way in 2009. It broke ground April 2020 and was done the following year. According to Rehoboth, the original goal of the new Grove Park Dock was to increase tourism and get more people active and involved.
The city of Lewis is looking at its budget for next year. Right now, it'll total more than $16 million. One area getting a chunk of that money is the police department. Live in Lewis is Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken. Emma, some of this money, if it's approved, would go to officers working for the city.
Charlie, if you follow me over here, just behind these doors are the men and women who protect Lewis. And the police chief tells me this proposed budget would benefit them. The money would go to hiring more officers and to their salaries. At a city council meeting earlier today, the city of Lewis went over their budget for next year. They want to increase police spending by almost $700,000. Right now, the starting salary for a police officer in Lewis is $75,000. That's a little more than neighboring communities like Milford's $62,000 and Rehoboth Beach's $63,000. Some people in the city think the budget increase is a good thing.
I think we need more safety and security here in the Lewis area. It's a growing community. I think they put their lives at risk every day to protect the citizens, and I'm all for it.
The police chief says today's meeting was just the first of many looking at these proposed funding increases, and no decision was made just yet. In Lewis, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how should coastal towns cover rising costs while also making their budgets?
Let's take a look at the results so far. Take a look at your screen. 62% say cut other costs. 6% say state funding, 21% say no increase, and 11% say higher taxes. So I think this is going to change as we continue our broadcast.
I always see the numbers shift a little left, a little right, depending on what you're doing there, up and down. We've got a voting option for you at coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app. And we're taking a live look into Dover right now. It's still a bit gray out there as we check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams.
Well, speaking of the gray is all over, to be quite honest. Our Gateway Subaru camera in Ocean City, we're at 47 degrees. Fortunately, we are well above the norm for this time of the year. We're going to drop to about 42 degrees with partly cloudy skies by the 8 o'clock hour. Now, as far as this evening is concerned, listen, we're not going to deal with any additional precipitation, but what snow we have on the sides could melt and possibly cause some icy spots, particularly in some back roads. So we're going to be very mindful of that. Temperatures will be falling and the winds are also going to be picking up. So watch yourself and govern yourself accordingly as far as what's happening with that throughout our immediate area. We are in the 40s, so we're above freezing, but we're going to be doing a little bit of dips. You can get a little isolated pocket here that could possibly cause a little freezing, so just be mindful of that. One frontal boundary is already pushed through. We're looking for a secondary one that's pushing through. And then as far as this evening is concerned, we're not looking for any additional precipitation. In fact, the cloud cover is going to be breaking up for us. We'll drop down to 33, but then we'll go down to 31 degrees going into tomorrow, because tomorrow is when the cold air really steps into play. So you're going to need for your Valentine to, well, let's just say, plan on some snuggling and warming up next to a fire of some sort.
Okay, Paul, thank you. To politics now. President Trump and Elon Musk's vow to cut government spending has entered a dramatic new phase. As Laura Aguirre shows us, a federal judge gave the green light Wednesday to buy out or fire tens of thousands of employees.
What we have here is a chaotic environment.
It's just complete chaos and, frankly, a whole bunch of cruelty.
That's how many who work with or inside the Department of Education are describing a wave of mass firings underway.
Just a phone call, they can't get into their computers. They haven't received any documentation.
DOE attorney Sharia Smith says several staffers were notified this way or woke up to this email obtained by CNN telling employees that they were being let go over poor performance. Workers at the Small Business Administration also received similar emails, the total number at both agencies unknown. Elon Musk spoke at a global leader summit about potentially much larger scale firings to come.
We do need to delete entire agencies as opposed to leave part of them behind.
On Capitol Hill today, Education Secretary nominee Linda McMahon faced DOE closure questions.
Do you agree that since the department was created by Congress, it would need an act of Congress to actually close the Department of Education?
And certainly President Trump understands that we'll be working with Congress, but certainly does require congressional action.
There's a lot of things that we can do together. Don't pull the rug out from under kids.
We are receiving messages from universities whose fundings have been cut. What we have is, again, chaos, and it is going to be the American people that bear the brunt of this.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Now, as for the deferred resignation buyouts, the Trump administration says about 75,000 federal workers took the deal. And after a temporary block, a judge cleared the way Wednesday for those deferred resignations to move forward.
Staying in Washington, the Senate confirmed Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as Secretary of Health and Human Services today. Kennedy will now be in charge of several key federal health agencies, including the Food and Drug Administration and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Former Majority Leader Mitch McConnell was the only Republican who voted against Kennedy.
A big story here on Delmarva. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill have introduced a bill they say will financially protect poultry farmers against the bird flu outbreak. And if you don't know, there's a lot of cases right now happening on the peninsula. Now, currently, when a case of bird flu is detected, the USDA bans all farms within 6 miles from placing new flocks until the virus is contained. But here's the sticking point. Only farms with the virus get the money. Well, lawmakers are proposing to expand payments now to all affected farms, not just those with the virus, in those areas.
Still to come, a new state park is coming to Wicomico County, why it is a milestone for both the county and the state.
And we have a wet weekend ahead, but for tomorrow, we're going to stay on the cold side of things, clear but cold, with detailed forecast coming up.
First, teaching others an inspiring story that starts in a prison, actually, in this week's Coastal Connections. Up next.
It's the President's Sale at Johnny Janosic. Get Delaware's guaranteed lowest prices, plus 0% APR till 2028, and an extra 15% off through President's Day Monday at Johnny Janosic Furniture and Mattresses.
When choosing a granite countertop, choose one for real life and beauty. No matter what life throws at them, they'll look beautiful forever. Ancient Art Stone invites you to discover the affordability of granite and upgrade your home to the beautiful works of art from Ancient Art Stone. Centrally located in Milford, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva to make your dreams a reality. Visit us and allow our devoted professionals to craft, fabricate, and install a superior finished product that will transform your home into a work of art.
There's only one place to go for your next vehicle. IG Burton Lewis Auto Mall. Trusted since 1908 for our expert team, massive selection, and our unbeatable prices. Drive new Buick Envistas for $199 a month. Or get up to $13,000 off new Silverados. Visit us today. And remember,
nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
Nobody beats an IG Burton deal.
I actually had a baby tooth that never came out.
My bottom teeth were a little crooked. One of my bottom teeth did not grow in as a child. I didn't even have a tooth. I had some crowding, so Smiles Correct worked great for me.
It's never too late to get things straight.
Smiles Correct clear aligners are made in-house at Tillman Orthodontics, so you'll save time and money.
It was helpful that you guys had two separate locations.
You can only get Smiles Correct at Tillman Orthodontics.
Learn more about Smiles Correct clear aligners with a free consultation.
Don't miss the President's Day mattress sale at Johnny Janosic. Experience the new luxury Johnny Janosic mattress collection by Kingstown. In stock and ready for immediate delivery. Shop Johnny Janosic's Mattress World.
One poor decision can change a life. And in the case of one man, it did. He is using his experience, though, to help others. And in this week's Coastal Connections, Zakia Jennings introduces us to him and the program he began behind the walls of Sussex Correctional Institution.
When you look at a prison, you might think of punishment and a lack of freedom. But behind the prison walls of Sussex Correctional Institution came something great. Behind these prison walls came a story of triumph. Behind these prison walls came Missed Ops. Missed Ops is a local nonprofit whose focus is to provide statewide re-entry coordination, re-entry coaching, peer coaching, and mentoring to those who are incarcerated and to those who are just coming out of prison. Khalil Abdar Rashid, the founder of Missed Ops, says his purpose in life all started at Sussex Correctional Institution in Georgetown.
I went to prison when I was 17 for first-degree murder. I was sentenced to natural life plus 5 years in prison. I served 25 years and 27 days incarcerated. During my incarceration, that's where my growth began.
In 2008, Abdar Rashid was preparing to go before the Board of Pardons. His counselor asked him to write down his life story. As he wrote down his story, he realized all of the missed opportunities for intervention. He then turned his story into a book called Black Boy Lost, and now has a program by the same name where he goes into schools and shares his stories with students and teachers.
I was talking to my wife, and we were talking about my book, and we just kept talking about all of these opportunities that people had to intervene in my life to keep it from going where it was going.
Natasha Hughes worked at multiple Delaware Department of Corrections facilities, starting out in medical and ultimately overseeing the mental health unit.
As I always say, the fight's not out here, the fight's in here, right? And so I'm here to continue watering and cultivating the seeds that I planted behind the fence.
Hughes now serves on the board for Missed Ops. Abdar Rashid goes back to the same facility to host victim impact classes. It's a class that allows the inmates to understand the impact of their crimes on other people. They even get to hear from someone directly impacted by a crime. Overall, Khalil isn't just passionate about helping people re-enter society, but he's passionate about keeping them there. Simply put, Missed Ops is Abdar Rashid's way of using his missed opportunities to give opportunities to others. For Coastal Connections, I'm Zakia Jennings.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
Shower your home with love with a new bath from Baths by Spicer Brothers. Our factory-trained experts can transform your space into one you'll love in as little as 1 day.
And with our price match guarantee and our done right guarantee, you can have peace of mind knowing your new bath or shower will last a lifetime. Right now, get 50% off installation, plus take advantage of no interest and no payments until 2026.
Call to schedule your free in-home consultation. Baths by Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
This February, fall in love with safety and reliability, because at Gateway Subaru, we believe love means keeping you safe. From rain and snow to sunny skies, Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive has you covered through any weather. Right now, take home a new 2025 Subaru Outback and take advantage of great financing rates as low as 1.9%. Stop by today to pre-order the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid, designed for tomorrow. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Secondhand smoke lingers for hours. And it's killed almost 3 million people since 1964. When you smoke in the house, everyone in the house smokes. So, take it outside. Visit takeitoutside.de.org.
Inside Edition's Allison Hall. After her breast cancer diagnosis,
I've decided to get a double mastectomy.
Allison's return. What her doctor is telling her now. Next, Inside Edition.
Today at 5:30 on CoastTV.
Lighten up your week. Subscribe to the Coast TV Feel Good Friday newsletter. Sign up now for free at coasttv.com. Get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox.
Ready to upgrade your style? Visit buyatoyota.com or scan this QR code and start your journey today. From refined performance to elevated design and tech, your new Camry is waiting with deals just a click away. Right now, buy a new Toyota Camry with low 4.99% APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
We have a bit of a roller coaster situation with our forecast for the next few days in a row. We're going to become really cold, then really wet, then cold again, then the word nobody wants to hear. Yeah, more snow is indeed on the way. So, Bay Health Camera in Dover right now, we're at 47 degrees, down to 41 by 8 o'clock with mainly clear skies. Tonight's really going to be more about how the temperature is just dropping dramatically, just in time for you to cuddle up for Valentine's Day. It's 45 right now in Rehoboth, but it's also 45 currently in Redden, Georgetown, Delmar, Salisbury, and in Seaford. Currently, we're looking at the winds right now moving out of the west at about, let's say, ranging between 4 to up to 16 mile per hour gusts. Not really a problem right now, but we do have an active gale wind warning. Watching out for 45 mile per hour winds from Lewis, Dewey Beach down to Ocean View, as well as Fenwick Island. And then we have small craft advisories active from Ocean City down towards Chincoteague. Now, to the north, that's 40 mile per hour winds. This is dealing with 25 mile per hour winds. And we're looking for the same situation over on the other side of the Chesapeake Bay area. That being said, we're just basically watching out for breezy conditions regardless. But we're looking really clear after this pushes through as we deal with that cool air. Brisk and cold for Valentine's Day. Keep your sweetheart warm. Unsettled, mild weekend. Temperatures will go up, but so will our chances of rain dramatically, by the way. And then a blast of Arctic air kicks in for tomorrow, giving us the threat of winter weather by the end of next week. So we're going to drop down to below freezing for tonight in clear skies. It's going to feel like the 20s going into Friday morning. Let me say that again for the people in the back didn't hear me. Feeling like 20s for tomorrow morning. Okay, now that we've got that done, for happy Valentine's Day to everyone, and your Valentine's Day forecast is going to shape up like this. All kinds of sunshine and 40 degrees, but still a bit on the chilly side. Our precipitation chances, 99 to 97 on Saturday and Sunday. That's about as close to a sure bet in meteorology as you'll ever get. Saturday, we start off with temperatures in the 30s, but look at the rain overtaking the entire region all day long. That's Saturday, and that's looking at Sunday early in the morning. The amount of rain we're looking for, up to 1.5 inches to 1.75 inches. So we're going to get a significant dousing for those 2 days. For your weekend, plan on rain for both days. both days, okay? And then next week, this is where the worm turns against us, okay? Arctic air will begin to creep its way from the north out of southern portions of Canada. We will become tremendously cold quickly. And this is the difference between this one versus the last one. This time it's going to be cold before the snow gets here. So looks like we're going to have a little harder time getting rid of that snow. Let me show you why I'm feeling pretty confident about it. Here's Thursday, snow. Here's Thursday night, snow. And then finally it pulls out of the way by Friday. My co-anchors are smiling at me as we speak. 28 degrees, decreasing cloud cover and chilly. Tomorrow, sweet sunshine for your sweetie and 40 degrees. And then we warm a little bit more on Saturday, but it's going to be rainy by then. Finally, here's a look at your extended forecast.
Due respect, don't mistake a smirk for a smile, okay? Or just like
Slightly different.
Slightly different, just preparing ourselves for the snow. But okay, you know, we'll be all right. Well, hey, did you know this? Wacomico County is the only county in Maryland without a state park. But that's going to change. The Maryland Board of Public Works approved the acquisition of nearly 446 acres of land along the Wetipquin Creek, and people are excited.
A lot of birders go to that general area already, and so if we have a park there, I know the bird watchers will enjoy it, and I think people that just want to get out in nature, because there's a lot of undeveloped land in that part of the county.
It'll be wonderful, and with trails, things like that, that'll be very nice.
Now, right now, there's no timeline for opening. Some next steps involve studies to figure out what kind of amenities can go to that new park.
Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network at 8:30, it's live NCAA women's college basketball when Maryland Eastern Shore takes on Howard University. Then it's the final score at 10:30. On DSN Plus, a bunch of basketball games coming tonight. Coming up soon at 6, it's Kent County versus Washington. Then at 6:30, it's Tower Hill at Pottawa in girls basketball. And coming up, third time's a charm. After multiple delays, this historic ship will set sail down the Delaware River. What's next for the ship after the break?
At Patio Systems, integrity is the pillar of our craft, creating outdoor havens that stand the test of time. Expand your outdoor season with the shore's best selection of screens and glass enclosures, pergolas, retractable awnings, and a wide selection of modern decking and railing systems. Visit our new showroom located on Coastal Highway and experience our products firsthand, or schedule a free consultation with our friendly staff. Be on the lookout for our sales now through March 1st at Patio Systems, locally owned and operated since 2001.
Sponsored by Patio Systems, where integrity is the pillar of our craft.
It's Preston Hyundai's Fuel Up Your Savings sales event. We have an incredible selection of over 180 new Hyundais on the lot, including options under 30 grand, like the 2025 Kona Hyundai SEL for just $29,365. Check out millsborohyundai.com to buy online, and we'll deliver it to your front door. We're open 8:30 to 8 p.m. on weekdays and 8 until 6 p.m. on Saturdays, or until the last customer is satisfied. Visit us at the all-new Preston Hyundai at Millsboro and discover why people say cars cost less with Preston.
Looks like this guy's a child pornographer.
You want to make a deal with the devil. This guy is a scumbag.
We have a chance to take down an entire ring of pedophiles.
We need to talk.
SVU, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Hi, I'm Warren Rosenfeld from Rosenfeld's Jewish Deli. When the weather turns colder, it's comfort food that we crave, and that brings you back to Rosenfeld's. Warm up with any of our 5 homemade soups, all made daily. Try one of our hot Reubens or dig into a steaming corned beef sandwich. And don't forget all of our 1/3 pound, 12-inch hot dog creations. We're open in Rehoboth and Salisbury all winter long for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Our South Bethany and our new Ocean City location reopened this spring. At any of our 4 locations, we hope to feed you soon.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us.
Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
After plans being delayed multiple times, the historic SS United States will set sail from South Philadelphia to begin a journey of becoming the world's largest artificial reef. How cool is that? Officials say they have completed the necessary safety requirements to start the relocation. As of today, on Monday, the ship is set to leave its pier in Philly and begin that journey down the Delaware River at low tide just after 11 a.m. The voyage to Mobile, Alabama is expected to take about 2 weeks.
Weeks after the decision to close the center ice rink in Harrington, discussions on both temporary and permanent solutions are gaining traction. The manager of the state fair says it received a request from a nonprofit in Dover asking for help with equipment, and that would help get a facility up and running. It's also proposed that the Dover Civic Arena have a rink, at least a temporary one. The state fair says it's also okay to donate items like its Zamboni and rental skates. It wants to do that to help bring out a new ice rink.
Looking ahead, DNREC is set to host a 2-day training event in March to introduce people to living shorelines and how to implement them along the coast. If you don't know, living shorelines, they use natural materials like oyster shells and native plants to prevent erosion, to prevent flooding. This event will be held in Lewis on March 25th and 26th, and the feature it has hands-on activities led by experts. We have an in-depth article on this right now. You can find it easily on CoastTV.com.
Let's take a live look right now outside into Dover. We'll have one more quick look at our forecast after the break.
Your best deal on a new Chevrolet starts right here at First State Chevrolet in Georgetown.
Save up to $5,500 on this 2025 Chevrolet Silverado.
Save over $15,000 on this 2024 low cab Forward.
Sales, service, parts, body shop, and towing, all in one convenient location just 1 mile north of the DMV in Georgetown.
Stop in or find us on the web at firststatechevy.com.
We are First State Chevy in Georgetown, where we put you, the customer, first. Together, let's drive.
At All Mobility, we keep you moving. Whether it's wheelchair accessible vans, scooters, home ramps, or lift chairs, we've got the perfect mobility solution for you. Our experts will help customize options to fit your needs and lifestyle so you can stay independent and active. Scooters, ramps, vans, and more. Get moving with All Mobility. Come see us today or schedule a home consultation. allmobilitystore.com.
Warm spring days are just around the corner, and Tyndall's Casual Furniture has everything you need to create your perfect outdoor escape. Explore the latest styles in outdoor furniture arriving now, or plan your dream oasis with custom orders guaranteed for spring delivery. All in-stock furniture is on sale, featuring top brands like Pollywood, Casual Comfort, and Telescope, proudly made in the USA. Visit us in Laura or Lewis, or check out our new location in Frankfort, Delaware, opening soon. We're ready to help you transform your outdoor space. Tyndall's Casual Furniture, Delmarva's outdoor furniture experts.
Accidents happen when you least expect them. Big or small, when accidents strike, things can get a little complicated. This is where the Law Office of Trapp Nickel steps in. Our experienced team fights for your rights, turning tough situations into significant compensation. If you've suffered an injury, claim the justice you're entitled to. The Law Office of Trapp Nickel. Your priority is our priority.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
It's looking very calm for right now. Starting to get cool for the rest of the night. We're at 47 degrees right now, but you notice we're going to continue to drop down to 41 in Ocean City. We're looking pretty clear for right now. Our umbrella giveaway winner is Dave Berube of Millsboro. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis. You can keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line. Just updated it for you. Sponsored by the law offices of Brekstad, Mandelis, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast.
All right, Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more of our news, for more of our local weather, go ahead and download that Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.